morning, everybody, and welcome along to our half-hour weighted workout this Wednesday. I've got 2 sets of dumbbells, so if you could grab yourself those, that would be fantastic, or plates or shopping bags or whatever you have. I'm also going to be using a bench for just 4 exercises. So if possible, if you could grab yourself something that resembles a bench so we can lie on it and have our arms coming off it. The floor doesn't really do it, I'm afraid. That would also be great. So today we've got 30 exercises. We've got 10 that are concentrating on our lower body, 10 that are concentrating on our upper body, and 10 that are concentrating on our core. And we're going to do 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds rest. And our first one is going to be a front squat. So grab your weights, hold them in front of you, and we're going to squat down low, tap them on the floor. Good morning, you guys. Thank you for joining me. Come nice and low, stand up tall, just like so. Okay, make sure your chest is flat and your chest is up and your back is straight. Let me just get my timer set to go, and I'll tell you what our next exercise is going to be in that 20-second gap. If you haven't got weights, I suggest you go and shove a shopping bag full of heavy things at the moment, or fill up some water bottles so you can use them, because there's some exercises that I haven't got an alternative for. Otherwise, you can do these squats without weights, and if you want to increase the intensity, you can always add a jump as well. Right then, so grab your weights, grab your drink, grab your motivation, and let's get ready to go. So, front squats to start with. That's what we want. So bring them out in front of you. I can't see my timer. There you go. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. That's it. Chest up, back is flat. And squat down nice and low. That's it. Well done. That's about halfway. Keep going. Lovely. 10 seconds to go. Well done. Last few seconds. Go to the bell. Fantastic. Well done. Now come down onto your mat, onto your knees. We're going to hold the weights, stand up, and come back down again. Again, if you haven't got weights, you can still do the motion and just try and add a little bit of speed to it. Let's go. Slowly lower yourself back down, and then stand up again. That's it. Well done. Keep going. Great work. That's it. 10 seconds to go. Last few, come on. Lovely, well done. Now we're going to do a lunge with a pass under. Again, if you haven't got weights, you can just lunge this. I'm going to use a slightly smaller weight because otherwise it will bash my leg. So we're going to lunge forward, pass the weight under our leg, come back, lunge forward, and alternate. Let's go. Make sure that you're bending low to the ground and that back knee is coming towards the ground, and your chest is still up and your back is straight. And it's not just that you're bending at the hips to pass the weight underneath. You want to lunge down low to be able to pass that weight under. Last few seconds. Great, well done. Now we're going to do split squats. So we're going to come into a position like this, and it's not a lunge, so we're not bringing that back knee down. We're going to hold the weight and we're going to squat down evenly. We're not leaning forward or leaning back. We're just squatting in the middle. And then at halfway, we'll swap legs. So keep going. Make sure you're not leaning forward. That's it, swap legs. Ooh. Keep your torso upright. That's it. Lovely, keep going, nearly there. Sumo squats. So for these, you want to take a nice wide stance. I'm going to drop the weights down and stand up again. Again, if you haven't got weights, you can do these without them. Just tap the floor in between. Let's go. Again, make sure your back's flat and your chest is up. That's it. If you haven't got weights this time, just come prepared next Wednesday with some filled water bottles or bags filled with books. Because every Wednesday is a weighted workout. It's nice to mix it up a bit and do some weights as well as body weight things too. Lovely, well done. And now we've got one leg, single leg deadlifts. So, actually I need both. I'll use these ones. We're going to stand on one leg, and we're doing a full 40 seconds on one leg and full 40 seconds on the other leg. And bend at the hip, stick your bottom out, keep your back flat. Don't let your back arch. If it begins to arch, then you're going too low. So stop and come back up from there. Again, if you haven't got weights, you can do this without them. Just slide your hands down as close to the floor as you can. You should feel it in your hamstrings, your glutes, and your back. Last few seconds. Lovely, well done. And then we'll swap now onto the other leg. So same again, just the other leg. So just make sure that your back doesn't start to arch. You want it nice and flat. Really stick that bottom out. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Make sure you bend at the hips. That's it. Well done. Got 3 more exercises after this for our lower body, and then we're on to upper body. It's over halfway. Ooh. Keep going. Last 10 seconds. Well done, last 3. Lovely, well done. Now we've got a loaded side lunge. So grab a weight, just one for this really. And we're going to lunge down, bring that weight to the opposite foot and keep your other leg nice and straight. Come up, swap sides. Let's go. Bring that weight down towards that foot. Again, if you haven't got weights, do the motion, do the movement and just try and tap the floor. Well done. Make sure your back's straight again. 2 more exercises for lower body after this. Well done, last 10 seconds. Nice and low. That's it. Fab, well done. Now we're on to a dumbbell frog bridge. So if you come down onto your mat and bring the palms of your feet together. And then we're going to push our hips up to the ceiling with a weight resting on the front of our hips. So squeeze those glutes when you get to the top and keep your feet, the bottoms of your feet, touching. That's it. Squeeze your glutes up at the top. Well done. Keep going. Great work. Nearly there now. Squeeze those glutes up at the top. Great. Our last lower body exercise is a calf raise. So if you've got something like a curb or a plate or something you can step on, that's great. You could also do it on the edge of a step. On one leg and 20 seconds on the other leg. If you've got weights, great, hold on to them and come up onto tiptoes and slowly lower yourself back down again. It's a bit wobbly, so if you need to, you can do it with one weight and hold the wall for support, like that. There we go. Let's swap sides. As it come right up onto your tiptoes, slowly lower your heel back down and just tap it down at the bottom. Great, well done. That's our lower body done. Now we're on to upper body and we're going to start with shoulder press. So grab your weights, we're going to push them up to the sky and return them to our shoulders again. Push them up and return. Again, if you've got your bags of shopping, you can do this, hold one in each hand and push them up and bring them down. Let's go. Well done, all your filled bottles of water, all your tin cans. That's it, that's halfway. Keep going, last few seconds to go. 10 seconds. Last 3, come on. Great, well done. Now we've got upright row. So hold the weights in front of you and we're going to lift them up to our chest and return. Keeping your torso nice and still. It's just your arms moving. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Well done. Lift them up and return. Lots of these can be done with resistance bands as well. If you haven't got weights, but you have got bands, just hook it under your feet and pull it up. There will be a banded workout coming to YouTube soon, so make sure you subscribe so you can get notification of when that is live as well. Last few seconds. Lovely, well done. Now I've got front raise. So we're going to lift the weight up, level with our shoulders and return. If you can do both arms at the same time, that's great. I don't think I'm going to be able to with this weight, I'm afraid. So I'm going to alternate. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Front raise. Again, keeping your torso nice and still. Use your core to support you and lift that weight up in line with your shoulders. Trying to keep your arms nice and straight as well. Well done. That's it, that's over halfway. Well done, 10 seconds to go. Keep working. Lovely, go to the bell. Fab, well done. Now we've got lateral raise. So we're going to bring them out to the side in line with your shoulders. Again, you can do both arms at the same time or alternate. I'm going to alternate, I'm afraid. In 3, 2, 1. Out to the side, level with your shoulder. Out to the side, level with your shoulder. That's it. We've got 2 more exercises, and then we're going to need our bench after this. That's it, that's halfway. Nice and controlled movements. You don't want to fling them up and slam them back down again. Slow and controlled. 10 seconds to go. Keep going. Last 5. Fab, well done. Now we've got bicep curls. So again, you can do alternate arms or you can do both at the same time. Just need to give my hands a bit of a break. Try and keep your elbows where they are and just bend at the elbow. And again, keep your torso nice and still, not swinging around and flapping your elbows around. Lovely, well done. That's nearly halfway. That's it, keep pushing. Last 15 seconds. That's it. Keep going. Nearly there. Last 3. Lovely, well done. Now we've got triceps. So you can either do tricep dips off a chair or off a bench or even off the floor, or you can hold your weight up behind you and then drop it at the elbows and squeeze it up at the top again. So bend at the elbows and squeeze at the top. That's it. Keep going. Squeeze those triceps when you get to the top. Lovely, well done. That's halfway. If you're doing dips off a bench, remember the further your feet are away from your bottom, the harder it is. Last 10 seconds, and then we're going to need our benches. Well done, keep pushing. Lovely, well done. Right, I'm going to grab my bench. We've got chest press now. So grab your weights, lie back down onto the bench, and have your arms out to the side. We're going to push up in front of us and drop back down at the elbows. That's it. Push them up nice and controlled, slow and controlled on the way down. Lovely, well done. Keep going. Exhale as you push up. Nearly there. Lovely, well done. Now we have got bent over rows. So we're going to do one side at a time. Start with our right. So put one knee, your left knee and your left hand on the bench. Let your arm hang forward, and we're going to row it up and back down again. Row it up and back down. That's it. We're fighting against gravity on this one. And your back is nice and flat, and your core is keeping you stable. That's it. So do 40 seconds on this side, 40 seconds on the other side. And then we have one more exercise for our upper body, and then we're on to the core to kill us off at the end. Last 3 seconds. Great, well done. Swap sides. So right arm and right leg on the bench, left leg is out as support, back is flat, and row that weight up. Let's go. Well done. One more upper body exercise left after this. That's it, that's halfway. Okay. 15 seconds to go. Last 5. Excellent, well done. And now our last exercise is a fly. So grab your weights, come back onto the bench. We're going to have our arms out to the side and squeeze them up to the top, trying to keep your arms as straight as you can. Let's go. Squeeze them up, slowly return. That's it. Well done. You need your body to be slightly elevated off the floor for this, to allow your arms to come back slightly past your body. Which is why trying to do it on the floor doesn't quite have the same effect, unfortunately. Well done, keep going. So close now. There we are. Fab. Right, let's dump the bench out of the way. We've got straight leg jackknives now, so we're on to our 10 core exercises. So grab a weight. Come and lie down on your mat. We're going to reach out tall, lift our legs up, and sit up with our weight towards our feet. That's it. Slowly lower back down and crunch up. Again, all these exercises can be done without a weight. So do join in if you haven't got weights. Come on, nearly there. Great, well done. Now we've got kneeling wood choppers. We're going to do 40 seconds on one side, 40 seconds on the other. So come onto your knees and bring the weight over to one side. Then we're going to twist and extend and bring it back down. We'll stick to this side. Let's go. And then we'll do 40 seconds this side, 40 seconds the other side. Really twist round and come up. Twist and up. That's it. That's halfway. Well done. 15 seconds to go. You should feel it all in your obliques down the side. Last 5 seconds. Great, well done. Now we'll swap sides. So bring the weight down to the outside of your leg, squeeze it up, and bring it back down again. Whew. Let's go in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. That's it. Squeeze up and return it back down again. That's halfway. Well done. Keep going. Last few seconds. Great, well done. Now we've got leg raises. If you've got dumbbells or weights that you're happy to, you can put them in between your legs and use these. I tried it earlier and these are too slippery. So it just slides out and hits me in the face, which isn't ideal. So if you haven't got weights or your weights are too slidey, we'll just do leg raises without them. Slow and controlled on the way down. If you want to make it even harder, you can extend your arms out behind you. That's it. Well done. Nearly there. Great, well done. Now we've got Russian twists. So again, you can do this with or without a weight. So sit up onto your mat, lean back until you feel your abs engage, and then we're going to twist over, tap the weight either side. And if you want to make it harder, lift your feet up off the floor. That's it. Well done. Keep going. Some of you may have seen my website is live now. It's had a revamp. Looks great. So please go and have a look and check it out. Great, well done. Now we've got side plank with a hip lift. So come up into a side plank position on your elbow. Rest the weight on your hip. We're going to push up and drop down. We'll do 40 seconds on this side, 40 seconds on the other side. You also may have noticed that I've got a giveaway going on. I'm giving away a 12-week training and nutrition program to 5 lucky winners. So head over to Instagram or Facebook to see how you can win. Well done. You get a complete bespoke training and nutrition plan to suit you and your goals. Lovely, well done. Completely designed for you and around you. So you can get from A to B in 12 weeks. Right, let's swap sides and we'll go again in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. That's it. Well done. Drop those hips and squeeze them up. Again, if you haven't got a weight, you can still do this. Last 10 seconds, come on. Keep working. Oh, it burns. Last 3. Oh, well done. We've got 3 exercises left and then we are done. So we've got overhead to a squat now. So grab your weight. Again, if you haven't got a weight, you can do it without. Bring it behind your head and we're going to lift it up into a squat and come back down again. Well done. That's it. Keep going. 20 seconds to go, that's halfway. 10 seconds to go. Keep working, and we've got 2 more exercises. Lovely, well done. Whew, now we've got a bent leg jackknife. So bring the weight behind you again. And we're gonna crunch up with our legs bent. Bring that weight to just above your knees, if you can. So stretch out, crunch up. Stretch out, crunch up. Well done. We've got one exercise left after this. Keep going. Exhale as you crunch up and bring that weight just above your knees. Great, well done. Whew. And our final exercise is a sit-up punch. So bring your feet flat on the floor, weights up towards your chest. And we're going to sit up, punch, punch, and return. Let's go. Sit up, punch, punch, return. Again, if you haven't got weights, you can do it without weights. My shoulders. That's it. I'm dumping the weights for these ones because my sore shoulders are stopping my core from working properly. Last few seconds. Keep going. Woo! Well done. That's it. Our half-hour weighted workout. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you back here again soon for another workout. Thank you very much. Bye.